beautiful Thursday afternoon, the 16th day of the month of September 2021. It's Investors Education Series on your number one business radio this beautiful Thursday afternoon. And as usual, to take us on Investors Education Series is always the investment banker and our co-presenter, Mr. Charles Pakroha. Welcome to the studio once again, Mr. Charles.
Thank you, Simo. I hope you have filled out your KYC form so I have to start buying shares now. Okay, thank you. Yes, like you have said, it is a time for investor education, and today we're having a very important special guest with us. You know, it's a privilege to have somebody, you know, of his caliber in the studio with us. We are privileged, despite the fact that I also train newly qualified stockbrokers, but I think you need to also learn from every stakeholder in the ecosystem. Yeah. So today in the studio, live and direct. It's not by via WhatsApp or Zoom. Live and direct in the studio today, we have the person of Mr. Ambrose OMORDION. Did I get that correct?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
He's the Chief Research Officer of Invest Data. Okay, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
So today we're looking at capital market in focus.
Okay.
You know, this program I'm very passionate about talking to our investors.
Yes.
You know, so I would think we are also meeting the philosophy of the studio, of the radio station, exactly. That is bringing investment education to the average investor. That will encourage them to boost their confidence, and more of them will come to the market, and at the end of the day, the economy will improve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so today I will just start with a simple question. My guest, let us meet you, sir.
Yeah. As I said earlier, my name is Ambrose OMORDION, and I'm privileged to head Invest Data because of experience and also the little beginning I had, you know, when I was working with the StocksWatch. And today, not only in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, people search for our own input in the investment decision and knowledge, because in Invest Data, our focus is on what? Investment education. And we teach you strategies on how to create wealth through the stock market. Whether you're an investor, a trader, whether you're a retiree, you want to know, all of this that will guide you. That is why I said the market is so wide that it fits different type of people, there are different type of what? Objective. But if you are in this market without objective, I'm telling you, you are planned to what? To fail.
I see. So what you are trying to say is those who fail to plan.
Yeah.
They have planned to fail.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. You have heard him. You have said it. But again, you know, investors in the capital markets. Somebody have told me that it is not everybody that's supposed to be in the capital markets. What is your take on that?
I disagree with the person. The market is free entry and free exit. Okay. It means that you can come in, you can go out, whether you are a BSc holder, whether you are a doctorate, whether you are just a school start, a dropout. It's about interest and what? And focus. Once you know that...
My grandmother in Bielsa that goes to a farm, she can also invest in the stock
Exactly.
market.
You know, it's open for everybody. What makes the difference that it is your interest. There are people that they are doing other business, if way to look the way of capital market or the way of, you know, stock market investment. But I always tell people that even though you're a businessman, you are making hell of money, you are making, you need to send some part of your money and errand, you know, to the equity market where you are not involved directly. For example, people that will advise, if you have a shop, you have a shop, you are making 2 million every week, and you want to plug back that 2 million back into your business, it's good, it's welcome.
Okay.
But the day your business will go down, where will you run to? But if you are sending part of your money and errand to somewhere to work for you, even when your business comes down, you have a place to fall back. And it's not only just insurance. You know, people think of only insuring your business. Okay. No. If you are making profit, I don't advise a product all the profit back. You expand your business. I agree. You expand your business, but not everything. Send some part of your money to equity market, to any other investment that you are not directly involved. Then they come as passive income, and then you are generating more money for yourself. That is for those that are in business. Also, if you're a student, whatever that. I remember while I was in school. You know, when I'm going back, I collect from my dad. You know, I travel to Lagos. I collect from my uncle. When I go back, I do like big boy. You know, buying big shirts. You know, no, I was not thinking that way. And also, I read marketing in school. But it was after I know that, oh, all the money I was collecting, even though I was buying even First Bank share then, even when I finished school, I wanted to fall back on.
Okay.
And just to make it simple, a colleague of mine that I work with, in Stocksword, it was privileged that his father invested early. When he finished his youth service, he didn't know, was not looking for work everywhere, just to convert some of his dad's shares to cash and start his own business. That means, at any level you are, just have interest that you want to create more wealth for yourself.
Okay. So
Once you do that,
what you are saying now is, you need to send your money message.
Yes.
While you are sleeping.
Exactly.
Let your money be working for you.
Exactly.
Okay. So that takes me to my next question. So tell us about some of the tools that can be used in the market to make informed decision. Because I know that you can't just come to the capital market and you start investing. Or do I go and tell Uche or Okeke that is doing importation and say, look, bring all your importation money and just put inside the market. I say, how market? Put it inside the market. Because we have seen cases like that.
Yeah.
That in the next 1 week, 2 weeks, are going to double that money. So please tell us about the tools that can be used to make informed decisions in the market.
Like you just said, let me start this way, that in capital market or in equity investment, you don't gamble. You use information to take your decision, and you are guided with that information and what is happening. Like if you really want to invest in the capital market, I said earlier, you must set a goal. That goal will not lead. After you have set a goal, you need to know what next. Look at fundamental and technical analysis. These are what you use to analyze whether the company is doing well, the economy is looking right. Before you put down your money, because as an investor, you need to know where you are putting down your money. And if you want to enter any business today, if you have not done any study on that business, you won't know very well in that business. You won't do well in that business. That means for you to go into any investment, you must have knowledge of what you are doing or what you want to do. In that case, you need to look at, I have a goal. And that goal will also guide you the kind of stocks you are going to buy in the market because you have set a goal. And also how long you're going to stay in any position is your goal will guide you. Then after that, you now bring it down to your fundamental and your technical analysis. Yes, in this part of the world, especially here in Nigeria, it is of recent that we started looking at the world of technical analysis.
Okay.
We depend more on fundamental. And this fundamental, you see it in two ways. It's either from top down or from bottom up. When I mean top down, if you want to look at the fundamental of an economy or any company, you start from either the global economy down to your climate.
The industry.
Your climate, what's happening in the economy. Look at all the micro indices. Look at inflation. Look at GDP. Look at look at the purchasing manager index. Look at what is happening to that is for you're not pinning it down to a sector. From sector, we now go to industry. For industry, you pin it to a particular
specific company.
And in that company, you have to look at what is happening in that company. What is the company that goes? I tell you, the company will generate what to support its price. When I mean like that, you need to see the earnings of this company. And then you not get what sector of the market are they servicing. That this earnings, is this sustainable? That means as an investor, you must understand the business model of the company you are investing. Because if you understand the business model, you won't just run out when you are seeing things changing. But when you don't understand the business model, you are just playing gamble, you just enter, you will be hooked there. But once you understand the business model and also the age of the company and the history behind it, you can invest and relax with confidence. That is why fundamental is good. But on the other way, you can't stand on one leg. I always tell you that as human beings, we use two legs. That means you need the technical analysis to balance your decision. Because I tell you that if your fundamental say this company is good, your technical will tell you the right price and why you are buying to buy. But the company's good earnings is okay. But the right price you want to enter is very important too. For that, you want to look at what's the pattern of this company, because technical analysis is more of studying price performance past and present to forecast the future. For that, once you see your technical analysis, it will give you an insight. At this also period, this company's price is down. Then, if you want to enter that period, because you have seen your technical analysis, you not have to wait. Okay, the earnings are good, some numbers, or this is not the right price to buy. Let it get to it, because in technical analysis, you have what called support and resistance level. For that, it will guide you on what to do. Any successful investor anywhere in the world must know how to combine fundamental and technical effectively.
Okay, that's a very good one that our investors have learned today. For you to make informed decisions in the capital market, you need to understand fundamental and technical analysis. As our guests have said, fundamental is looking at the company, their earnings per share, the dividend payout, how the company is doing and all that. While for technical, it has to be with historical data.
Yeah.
What the company has done in the past, what they are doing now, and what you can project for them to do in the future. So, like you have said, using these one words, we as human beings will stand on two legs.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
if you want to make a very informed investment decision, you need to stand on two legs by understanding fundamental analysis and, of course, back it up with technical analysis. That's a very good one. Yes, I will now go further to say, what is invest data? How can the average investor that we are talking to benefit from invest data?
Yeah, like you said earlier, there were independent research company and also investor education who give it at any level, even as low as nursing school. The first school that we went to do education, the lady met us online. She's in Canada. He said, "I'm following you up on your page," and he said, "No." He said, "I have a school in Nigeria, in Yanepaja. Can you visit my school?" I said, "I don't know the school." She sent a detail. Send me the head teacher desk number. I called. And when I spoke, discussed with the parents of this boy, they are doing a kind of yes. When I spoke to them, till today they contribute 500 naira every week for investment for the kids. I told them, "Come, we are not investing to sell tomorrow. We are buying into fundamental stand stocks for the future as we are accumulating with that 500 before this child will grow from this nursery school to primary 3, then you have kind of invested, and what anytime you want to pay fees, you can call us from there." That was how we started, from that level at nursery and primary school. That means invest data is there to give you the right education. We have different model for different class of investor. Those institutional investor, market operators, high net worth investor, retail investor. You have all different goals be in the market. That your goal will guide us to know the kind of stock you should be investing, how you should be playing the market. That is why we are purely there for education. That is why our master class, our question and answer, our online, our YouTube, even on TV like this, radio and TV, like we are there educating Nigerians on, because this is what the market suffered before now. And when the market crash, people not start to go back to their shelf and be watched. Nobody
wants to come back again.
Yeah, yes. But we are here now to educate them and tell them this is how to do it right. Because I tell people that when an adult is running and the adult fall, when you stand up, you want to look at why do I fall. Exactly. If you have lost money in this capital market, it's for you to sit down and change your strategy. If you have done it this way, it didn't work another way. But if a child is running, when a child falls, you stand up and continue. But if you have lost money in the capital market, it is a capital market, you make back your money. Or you change your strategy and do it with information. You might be following bad work on before now, but now that invest data is out there, can follow us at any of the social media, will guide you on what to do part time. Will guide you on what to do, in every week. But that is why we dish out information, even like in event data, every 3 minutes you see from different comment from. For that, we are there to guide you, and also you also help yourself by taking time to study what you are reading. It's not just reading. You need to understand what you are doing. Once you understand it, it will go a long way to help you to make money in capital market, because the market is for to create wealth. It's not only just to drive.
Okay, let me take it from there. The capital market is an area to create wealth, and of course, for you to create wealth, you need to have some level of knowledge.
Exactly.
So I wish we will collaborate. You can collaborate with the radio station and see how both Invest Data can benefit, and at the same time, Broadway Radio can also benefit, because I'm saying that it's like we're having the same goals to educate the average investor.
Exactly.
Because we need it for the market. Yeah, still speaking about the average investor, the economy, we've been told GDP is it 5.01%?
5.01% for Q2.
For Q2. And inflation numbers are coming down since
for the past 5 months.
For the past 5 months, inflation figures are coming down. And my question would now be, how does this affect the average investor?
Actually, let's start this way. The 5.01, figure or data they were released recently by Bureau of Statistics is good, and it tells you that the economy is still on the path of recovery. Okay. And it's a good signal that we are making progress. But this is not time to celebrate at any level, whether at the state level, at the federal level. It's not time to celebrate, because we are just seeing a move. And why you see such a huge kind of geometric growth is because we are comparing the second quarter here against a previous down period.
I
And also,
see.
in last 2020, we had about different type of battles. In that you have a coronavirus, you have a
Yes.
recession, you have a NSAS. Everything
So
was
many
down.
years.
But this year we're already on the recovery part. That because it's coming from a low base and a negative position.
Okay,
Negative
so-
of 6.1. Then
That's
to
true.
it, you can see that is why
Okay.
it's not that they will, if we say the economy has arrived 5.01 is a good one
It's a
going
good
somewhere.
one, yes.
But you can look at your unemployment rate, look at
Yes.
everything. It's a sign that we are recovering.
We are recovering.
Which I will also encourage the economic managers to maintain their strategies and also review it to improve it. Because in any part of the world, once we are making progress, we are carried away with that progress, not going back to look at the strategy on ground to see if we can improve on it. This is the time for them to look back and say, what can we do to make this thing
improve
faster
on these
and
figures
sustain
we are getting.
this trend we are seeing. And for me, it's a good one because when you see your GDP looking up, inflation declining, it tells you that you're already in an economic, we call it economic expansion.
Okay.
Because every economy will have five
circles.
5 phases of economy. You have early expansion, mid expansion, and late expansion. You have early contraction and late contraction. We're already entering the mid expansion, which is good for the economy, but we need to sustain it. And like you just said, these figures are not reflecting on the life of Nigerians. But I tell them, with time, it will start. Yeah, let's just decide patient because you must make move first. You can't see the impact. Since we are recovering, in nearest future we'll see the impact. Because the economic managers, they are not sleeping. They want to sustain what now brought us here with different policy. You can see that the government continues to kind of inject funds to different critical sectors.
Exactly.
To
infrastructure.
For that.
So what do I say? A journey of 1,000 miles.
Start with it. Yes.
Okay.
We are recovering.
So I will not allow you to go if you have to tell us this. Tell us about your master class.
Okay. Master class.
And what discount are you going to give if, people from the studio here?
Yeah.
We're going to be collaborating.
No problem.
To attend
The master class comes every quarter. It's for 90 days investment window for participants. Okay. And I will tell you here with a lot of courage and boldness that all the participants in the master class since January, the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter in Invest Data, they are all planning to bank as to speak. Most of them in one position have made more than 120% in one investment. They made. On the average portfolio that so far is above 35%. That means you're already above inflation. That means true. That's what I tell you that.
So you have real growth.
Yes. That's what I tell you that in this market, it's about information and picking the right stock. And I tell you that any lecture you attend, any seminar you attend abroad, anywhere, what matters that how do you pick your stock? I've attended trainings outside the shop of Nigeria. At the end of the day, but how do you pick stocks?
How do you pick your stock?
Because that is where we pay to. That's what make the money for you. And in this master class, we're going to pick stock for participants, and they will see, invest wisely on them. What they put money. These stocks, we're not magicians, but because we use technical and fundamental, combine the two, and the experience in the market will guide you to how to make. Then, if you take action, one thing is that most people, they attend trainings, they don't take action. They attend workshops, they don't take action.
So it's like having knowledge and you're not making use of
Exactly.
it.
Like when you take action, you benefit because a lot of testimony calls here and there because they invested and they are making returns.
Okay,
For
Mr.
that,
Ambrose, yes, I think we short of time, but we'll just still go on. Things to do to boost investors' confidence. Because this capital market, the investors are key. I know the regulators are trying their best, investors protection and all that. But what do you think? What are the things operators, people like yourself, operators can do to really boost investors' confidence?
I think you just said it all. If we really want to drive participants in this market, both the regulators, the operators, and individual independent companies should collaborate, come together, and educate Nigerians. It's about information. Once you don't have information, you can't take action. But when you are informed, you can take decisions. That is why we need to share information because the strategy they used when they got their finger points in 2009, 2008 has changed. The market has changed. The market has become so transparent this time. I said that technology has helped us. For me, what they need is let the regulator and the operators with independent, let them come together, and take this education to the next level. It's all about education. I tell you that if you want to do any business, you don't have any education in that business will not last. If you want to invest in capital market, educate yourself, have knowledge, what you want to do, how it operates. Only you are good to go.
Okay.
This place, you make money in capital market at any time. I tell you that whether you're a trader, you're an investor, there's way to make money. Your goal will determine how far you go with the market.
So quick, less than 30 seconds. Technology in the capital market space. What's your take?
It's a welcome development. I will tell you, it's driving the market to a new level. I will tell you, let me just say to this new management of NSC, since they came, you can see
yes, they said they are NGS Group PLC.
Yeah, since they came, you can see the way they have leverage on technology, and everybody benefits from me, that you can trade from anywhere in Nigeria market. It's a welcome development. We need to do more. By doing more, that using this platform also to educate the Nigerians. For me, I believe we should take education beyond the journalists, beyond the chartered stockbrokers like you.
Yeah, okay.
Let's take this education to the street.
Okay.
Let's do it to the ordinary man on the street. Let him know how he can send his money and errand. That little money is earning. And because as we speak now, our market is changing. A market that our dependence on foreign investors has reduced. It tells you that we can plan with our market.
That's
for
true.
me, for the regulator and government should encourage more that let's play. If you can encourage them to play more, we can plan with them. Not a market that foreign investor will come market to go up overnight. When
and
they are going, it comes down.
You
can see now we see stabilize, and that is a good thing for me in our market.
That's good.
Let's the regulator and the government encourage our.
Okay, so one last one. I think we still have some few minutes.
Okay.
Tell us what is, is a financial lockdown. What is financial lockdown, and how do we avoid it? Quickly.
Yeah, financial lockdown, to me, it comes in two ways. When an economic managers are borrowing, when they are borrowing, there's not enough for them to take care of the people, and the people not taking care of themselves, and they are not saving. Then when the economic manager, he can't take care of himself, because when government is borrowing and you are not able to take care of because you are servicing your debt, automatically you are putting your people in a tight corner. And when there's a financial lockdown, you can't meet your need.
You can't meet your
You can't need your need. For that, to avoid that financial lockdown, you need to invest wisely and send your money around. Don't keep your money, because when you are not creating more money, you have 20,000 naira, it remains there, it's not going to 25 to 35.
The value will even drop.
Yeah, you need to, so that to avoid financial lockdown, you need to generate more money and create more money.
So just like Warren Buffett said, if you want to be rich,
Yeah,
you have to make money while you are sleeping.
exactly. You have to send your money on error.
Okay, so according to Sun Tzu, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles.
Yes.
Just comment on that.
Actually, if
60
you understand,
seconds.
if you understand the market you are playing, you don't need to complain. If not, people are. I said them, as I told you earlier, that everything business will have is in a cycle. No, the market is in a cycle. That's why market itself has what we call accumulation stage, markup stage, distribution stage, and decline stage.
Okay.
If you understand this technically in the market, you know where to be at the right time. That's why in technical analysis, when you're looking at the market, first of all, look at market direction, look at fundamental, look at chart action. When you have these three things with you, you will get it wrong, because you are looking at market direction, looking at fundamental, looking at chart action. It will guide you what to do. That's why you must understand where you are playing, so that when you go there, you work with confidence. But when you are working with that information, you'll be guessing. That is where you get finger
You'll be afraid of the battles.
Yes.
Okay, so one more last one. Which advice do you have for operators like us, the regulators, and of course some of a few of your own colleagues who are independent, and of course the media?
Yes, well, I think it's a combined effort now. It's not one man show. We need to collaborate with each other. Let's work as a team to educate Nigerians, because I'm telling you, if Nigerians are participating in this market, all those small companies by the corner can easily come to this form, because market is doing well. But if market is dragging feet, people will not be encouraged. If we want it to drive the market, let the government bring the independent research companies, educating companies to come and educate Nigerians on different forums. When we are making budget, let's not budget for other things that are not necessarily things that will drive the economic growth. Because if Nigerians are traveling abroad to go and work, and if they are making cool money here, they need to travel. The funny thing is that Nigerians abroad that won't play this market. Because most of them are my group. I know they are the ones that play this. That means they understand the market. That means let's encourage the local ones to also participate, so that this market can generate funds for all of us, create wealth for all of us. It's about education. Yeah. It's about education.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambrose OMORDION. You've heard it from the expert himself, that is Invest Data. And we have seen that investing in the financial instrument is a matter of habits, like we have just mentioned, savings. So we should continue to encourage the average person on the street to have that saving mentality, to have that saving habit, because savings culture, thank you, so that when we invest, when we save, we'll be able to create wealth. The money saved can now be invested to do what we want them
generate
to
more.
do.
Exactly.
And at the same time, we are sleeping and we are making that money. Thank you very much. And I hope when next we invite you, you will oblige us. And of course, we are going to collaborate so well that we'll work out things. I want to even cover some of those your program. Of course, we'll discuss the logistics later, and of course some of the finances that will be there, because we are also here to maintain the studio.
No problem.
It's also very, very important. And you know, the program is also open for what? Sponsorship. So we want to see how we can collaborate so that it's going to be a win-win-win-win for everybody. The studio will win, invest data will win, regulators will win,
investors will win.
Will win also.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Sebo.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Charles and Mr. Ambrose, for that wonderful education for investors. Yes, if you're there and you're still thinking about investing or not, I think you should watch this video again so that you can take a very informed decision on investment, so that you can send your money on errand while you sleep, and when you wake up, you have more money to yourself. All right, we'll take a very short break, and after we come back, it will be stock market today. Don't go anywhere. It's still Broad Street Radio, your #1 business radio.